Hi everyone. This is my first video showing my face, but I felt it was time because I wanted to talk about something that's really important. It's a new year. Happy New Year 2020. And it's a new decade. And I think we all need to think about how we're going to approach the world in 2020. The 2010s were definitely the I decade. It was all about me, being plugged in, getting the latest technology, posting on social media about ourselves almost every instant of our lives. But how many of those moments did we really savor? Or did we miss them because we were too busy trying to capture them to share later? I think we need to approach the world with a different frame of mind if we're going to make this decade better for everyone. First of all, I think we need to slow down. I know people say that a lot, but 100 years ago in towns there used to be a whistle blown for lunch and everybody would be able to go home and reunite with their family for a little bit and enjoy a real meal before going back to work. And I think we need something like that. I think we need to take back time instead of having time control us the way it does. Because it really has. It's all about trying to get the most out of time, but being led around by schedules or this perceived sense of being rushed. And when we do that, we can't even know really where we are. I've found myself getting something out of the fridge and closing the door without really looking and wondering a couple minutes later, did I close the fridge door? Did I make sure it was closed tight? I can't even remember because I'm not in the moment. If everybody slowed down and was in the moment, I think the world would start putting itself back together. And another thing we can do to put the world back together is to live more in neighborliness. I know it's different in different parts of the world, but where I am right now, neighbors don't really know each other. They don't help each other very much. For example, there's a lot of snow where I am right now, and my neighbor very carefully shovels or snow blows his part of the sidewalk right up to our property border and doesn't offer to help even though I could use some. It's a little hard for me to shovel. Whereas where I've lived in a different part of the country, I have the best neighbors who are friends. They check on everybody regularly. They help without being asked, and I would do the same for them. And I think we need to open up more. We need to introduce ourselves. We need to bake that funny casserole or those cookies and bring them over and say, "Hi, I'm here. I'm your neighbor. I'm here to help. And I'm here to be a part of this community with you." And you know that I don't really like the word community because it's been overused so much, but this is what community should mean, I think. And I guess going along with that, we need to stop chasing a certain idea of who our friends are, what happiness is, what will make everything better. You can't make things make you happy. You have to realize that happiness is part of the ups and downs, and it's okay to have a baseline of just being calm, going along, because real joy lies beneath all of that. And I think what people are searching for is joy and meaning for themselves, but that's not going to be found by jumping on the next trend and getting the latest equipment. It really isn't. It's going to be found by doing some quiet thinking and some being still. And what I've realized, because I've had a really tough time this past year, 2019 was the worst year of my life, is we feel better if we're actually not thinking about ourselves. Because if you think about it for a minute, if you're constantly thinking about yourself, searching for what's going to make you happy, or thinking about how you look or what you're going to say, yeah, some of that can be fun sometimes, but you always have that inner critic in your head and that mirror that you're constantly looking into, and it creates a lot of stress. But think about it, you can do most of what you need for yourself on autopilot. You can sleep, eat, groom, do normal everyday tasks without really thinking about them, although you should try to be mindful about them. But if you're then using your brain power to think about other people, even if it's just the person you care about the most, and what you can do to make things better for them, which includes making things better for the world, your stress will actually decrease because you're focused beyond yourself and you're engaging with the whole world, even if you're thinking specifically of only one or two other people. And I think that that's how we need to approach this decade. We need to stop thinking just about our own little boxes that we've put ourselves into, and we need to stop thinking that the world's major problems will be taken care of by someone else. We need to look outward and say we're going to take care of those things because we care about the futures of those we love and this marvelous world we live in. And we can do that by taking time, slowing down, being neighborly, experiencing calm and true joy instead of rushing after happiness, and working for others. And I think if we approach the world this way, if everybody did, all the fear and hate that has been building up, and the crazy political tension and the horrible treatment of people all over the world would begin to abate. But you have to believe that you doing it will make a difference. If everybody who watches this says there's no point because not enough people are going to do this, then everybody's going to be right. But if everybody watching this says there is a point because I'm going to do it and I'm going to make my little world better for everybody in it, it'll be like ripples in a pond or like soap bubbles merging together. So do what you can with what you have where you are. Listen to yourself and your intuition, and let your love for whatever it is, your dog or cat, your mother, your partner, your child, let that guide you. because it's really the only guide we have. I hope this helps. It's just some thoughts I've been having, and I hope you have a wonderful 2020. Bye.